Straighten my tie up here. It's crooked. I'm tired. First of all, I'd like to thank God for being here and congratulate all the Hall of Famers. Congratulations. I won't keep you long, but it will be over 3 minutes. First of all, I'd like to thank my family. I just want you to understand, without family, you have no purpose in life. You know, career should always come behind family. You should never put your career in front of your family. I'd like to first thank, my wife, who I've known since I was 6 years old, who knew me before I was Cleveland Gary, the football player. I'd like to thank my lovely daughter who keeps me grounded, Anaya, who's an amazing pop R&B singer. I'd like to thank my younger sister, Beverly, who's always been a competitor. She went to state and track, and she's very protective. So if you get too close to me, you may get hit. But no, she's an amazing, amazing sister, and she's a hell of an attorney today. And my oldest sister, Jackie, who has always been my role model, very quiet, settled, been married to a sweetheart, 35 years, and she's the mayor of our town, just an amazing person. I'd like to thank my Uncle Freddie, who's responsible for me, actually, he and my Uncle Willie, for being at the University of Miami. He's been my, we've gone through everything together, and he's just been, ups and downs every day on the phone, and he's just been an amazing person in my life, and I'd like to thank him and my Aunt Tony. And also my Uncle Willie, who's been a very, very prominent attorney, and my Aunt Gloria, who came up to the University of Georgia when I transferred and picked me up and brought me back to the University of Miami. And I've traveled to the Hula Bowl all over, the country, and they were always there. And without my family, this wouldn't be possible. And I just want to thank my friend Andre and Shonda for being here. But without you guys, this would not be possible. Can you stand up? I just want to thank you guys and just to tell you I love you. When I came to the University of Miami, Howard Snellenberger, my senior year in high school, this will be quick, he sat in the front room, and I narrowed my choices down to Notre Dame, Penn State, University of Miami, and I took some crazy trip to Illinois. I don't know why. I'll tell you about that later. But Howard Snellenberger sat there, and he said, if you come to University of Miami as a true freshman, you'll play baseball, number one, and you'll be the first back that we ever had to win the Heisman Trophy because you can catch the football better than any back that I've ever seen. Unfortunately, my Uncle Freddie and Will and I had a lot of fights about this, and I, took it in my own hands and said, I'm going to go to Georgia. Yeah, I went there and I did very well. Top back in SEC as a freshman All-American, did well, but I wanted to come home, and I transferred. And as DJ, I was a top player coming out of high school. But when I went to the University of Miami, my whole life changed. Everything changed. I had to take off this high school phenomenon, great football player, great baseball player, and I had to really get down to business. I was a scout team player, and I had to get the other guys ready for the games, and I would go home and watch them play because I was ineligible. So I really felt useless, for quite some time. There were many, many years where I just couldn't play. I was ineligible. I was just an ordinary scout team player. And to add insult to injury, coming into my junior year, Coach Johnson came up to me and he says, Cleveland, I got some bad news. I said, what? I'm supposed to sit out for 1 year. He said, well, the NCAA said, because of the ruling, you're going to have to sit out, some more games your junior year. So Miami is such a fast-paced program, so I really wasn't included in the program, and I played sparingly. But coming into and after that, after he told me that, I was so disenchanted. I walked around campus. I really wasn't there. I remember going to see the school therapist. I just really couldn't deal with it. I really didn't want to go to school anymore. And I went and applied for law school. And I thought I'd never, ever step on a football field again. The last time I ever saw daylight on a field in a game was my freshman year at Georgia in high school. But that wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to go. So I had to put that behind me. And I thought about what Coach Schnellenberger said in that front room. You're the best back we've had ever coming out. And if you come here, you're going to win this Heisman Trophy. So on that scout team, I never forgot that. But deep down in my heart, I knew I was the best back on this field every single day, even though I'm ineligible. And I got 1 year to play. What's so interesting about it, I only played 1 full year of football. I wasn't thinking about football at that point. I was thinking about going to law school, you know? And fortunately enough, I played, and I have a guy who's here tonight, and I want him to stand. We've been friends for many years, one of my best friends, and we talk all the time, and this guy threw me the football, and he's responsible. So we're responsible together for those 57 receptions that still stands today, and that's Steve Walsh. Can you stand up, Steve? And to close it out, you know, and going into the NFL and leading the NFL in touchdowns and, you know, playing football and having 1152 in one season. That year, only Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas, and I did that. And shortly thereafter, football for me was pretty much a thing in the past. I retired. But I just want to say to all of you out here, family is the most important thing in life, not your career. And I want to leave on this note. University of Miami has been good to me. You gave me a chance to get an education, more importantly than playing football. And I want to thank you. And in the athletic department, the coaching staff, the best in the country, and I would recommend if you have a child that wants to excel in life, not just on the field, but off the field, come to University of Miami. Thank you, and God bless you.